I'm Jessica and welcome to FM News. Today I'm in Chevy Chase, Maryland. I'm reporting about this amazing idea for green families. This whole neighborhood has been doing it for a long time. And beep, 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 beep.
I'm sorry everybody, but today we have to take a break from the normal show because there has been a big epidemic of dehydration, and we need to show you a quick video on how you can prevent it and what dehydration really is. We'll get back to Jessica in just a moment.
Hello and welcome to Nutrition Mission.
I'm Alex and this is Ivan, and today we're going to talk to you about malnutrition, specifically dehydration.
Before we start, what is exactly malnutrition, Alexandra?
Malnutrition is a condition that occurs when you do not have a balanced diet. It is due to eating or drinking too much or too little of certain nutrients. Nutrients include water, carbohydrates, protein, and lipids.
Thanks. So dehydration is a type of malnutrition, right?
Yes. Dehydration is what occurs when the amount of water leaving the body is larger than the amount being taken in.
That's what I thought. There are many causes, both direct and indirect symptoms. There are temporary cures to this problem, but the best thing to do is just to drink lots of fluid, especially water. And when exercising, it's important to drink fluids with electrolytes.
Like Gatorades and Powerade, for example.
Let's go, Rachel and Dylan.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and today I'm interviewing a nutritional scientist named Dylan. So, hello Dylan. I was wondering if you could talk to me today a little bit about dehydration. But before we start, I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I do many different things, but one of them is researching different types of malnutrition, creating diagnoses for them, and then trying to spread the word, like what I'm doing today, to try to let people know what the malnutrition is and how to prevent it.
Okay, let's get started. I know that if you don't drink water, you can become dehydrated, but what else can you do to become dehydrated?
Well, you're correct that not drinking enough water can cause you to get dehydrated, but it has to be a significant amount of water that you haven't been drinking. When you vomit, you lose fluid. That's part of the reason why your parents and doctors tell you to drink water when you're sick. But also, you lose fluid when you sweat, because it cools you off, but the more you sweat, the more water you lose, and the larger risk of getting dehydrated. Most likely, some sort of combination of these three will cause you to get dehydrated.
Awesome. So now that I understand that, can you explain what happens to your body when you get dehydrated?
Sure. Your body sends signals to your brain telling you to drink. And if you still can't get water, then your kidneys limit the amount of water to mix with the urine, making it more yellow. If dehydration continues, you get a dry mouth, cramps, no sweat, lightheadedness, and nausea. If after that your heart starts pumping hard to try to compensate for the lack of water in your blood, and if this happens, your organs will receive less blood, causing weakness and confusion. And then, if you are still dehydrated after a long period of time, it's very possible that you will go into a coma and then die.
That doesn't sound too good, but thankfully your body tells you when you need to just sit down and drink.
Yeah, but water alone is not enough. You must also drink fluids with electrolytes, like Gatorade or Powerade or other sports drinks like that. But just to avoid the whole process altogether, just drink enough liquid.
Okay, that sounds good, but what exactly is enough liquid? Is it the same for everybody?
No, definitely not the same for everyone, because everyone is a different size, therefore holding different amounts of water. It's based on weight. If you weigh 50 to 100 pounds, you should drink 50 to 55 ounces of water. If you weigh between 100 and 150 pounds, you should drink 55 to 65 ounces. Weighing 150 to 200 pounds is equivalent to drinking 65 to 70 ounces.
Alright, well if that's the case, I really need to start drinking more water each day. Now that we know what happens, can you tell us why dehydration might occur? Are there any economic, political, or ecological causes to dehydration?
Well, there are many problems in the world that can potentially cause dehydration. First, there's the very obvious ecological reason that if you live in a desert, or Africa, or someplace that is consistently hot, then you will be sweating a lot, and there may not be access to water regardless because you're in a desert. People in poverty, because of economic reasons, may not have access to clean water, so they just don't drink it. Although less majorly if your society is less advanced medicine-wise, there are a lot of contagious diseases, there's more likely for you to get sick and vomit a lot, basically, mainly causing the same form of dehydration.
Now that I know that there are so many problems, is there any way that we can solve any of these?
Well, one solution is to let everyone be aware of dehydration, like what we're doing now, and the damage it can cause to you, and hopefully people will take more precaution and drink more fluids, especially when exercising in a hot place or when sick. You can also try to get water to places that don't have clean water and want to drink. That will solve many, many dehydration problems in important countries.
I know that some other malnutrition problems can be solved by growing more food, but since dehydration, you just need fluid, you can't really do that, right?
Well, I mean, you can't make water farms, but you can create man-made canals for water to be in places that it needs, or you can just find ways to ship water to places that don't have it.
That would be a really good idea. Thank you so much and have a great day.
Thank you so much for having me. It was really fun.
Feeling my way through the darkness, guided by a beating heart. I can't tell where the journey will end, but I know where to start. They tell me I'm too young to understand.